Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As you can see, the GTR is nearly finished. I'm in the final stages of putting it all back together after what's been a bit over 2 years, maybe nearly 2.5 years. Quite a lengthy process, but I'm absolutely stoked to see it coming together in its final form. I have been sitting on some brand new parts, which I'm really excited about. Been holding on to them until the end, and I wanted to put all the final details on in this video and complete the car now. Before it goes off for paint correction and ceramic coating. So I'll dig them out. Let's have a look at the brand new goodies I've got ready to put on the car. Alright, so I got brand new OE door glass mirrors. Got the brand new inbox R32 corner lamps, not a mark or a stress crack in the plastic at all. So these should really pop. A pair of them, Frenchie's Performance black anodized or black billet. So, and turbo beanie for a bit more heat management in the engine bay. And last but not least, this is my Garage Defend carbon cooling panel to go over the top of the radiator support. If you remember when we went to Japan, we went to Garage Defend, we saw quite a few cooling panels there, and we spoke to them about it. So super excited to put that on. I think I bought that like 18 months or 2 years ago, and it's just been sitting very nicely in a box up on top of the shelf waiting for this day. So getting that on, getting all of these on is obviously like the little final details for the engine bay. I want to get the coil cover back on as well. They've all been painted, and just see this engine bay together for the most part. Won't be the final iteration. Like I said, still got to get my bridge rebuilt. Wouldn't mind changing this line. See if I can get an AN fitting here and just run a nice little black dash 4 line down for the overflow. But getting there slowly, getting all these little details on, stuff that I've pictured for years, and now I finally get to put it together because the car's nearly done. So jump straight in and get these on the car. Yes, happy with that. That looks sick. All right, bonnet back up, coil back cover, injector cover. Let's get them on. All right, all done. Nice and neat. Really happy with that. A little bit tricky with the factory style loom. I think it's a bit thick at the back, but it's still clamped down quite nicely. I think when the new rebuilt black bridge goes on, that'll all tie in nicely. Time for the Funk Motorsport turbo beanie. Never installed one of these, never had one before, but keen to get it on. Nice and subtle. Doesn't have any huge branding across the top or anything like that, so that's the why I went for it. So I'll get this open, get this on, see what that's going to look like. Alright, turbo beanie on. A little bit fiddly to get the springs on. 2 pick tools sort of work the best, one to pull and one to sort of slide off the clip. Happy that's on. Like I said, that's been sitting for some time. Moving forward, before I put the Defender cooling panel on, quite a common problem is this paint starts to break down. So I'm going to quickly tidy them up now. So fitment, make replacement decal kits, so clean up your old glass and put them on. Does come with supplied sandpaper. If you didn't know, a brand new razor blade on glass will clean and take anything off without scratching, so this is safe to do also. But the kit does come with supplied sandpaper if you want to use that. but I'll just use a razor blade. I'll get the tops of these headlights all cleaned up, and then we'll lay that new vinyl on. What a difference. Obviously the tops of the headlights are painted from factory, but these little vinyl strips do the job just nicely. So I'll put the grille in, then we can put the cooling panel on. Losing a bit of daylight, but absolutely stoked with that. Nice little treat. I decided to tuck it in under the grille. I think it's just going to be a bit more secure and look a bit nicer. And I managed to find a tiny little button clip to sort of go in each corner just to hold it down. As I don't have the factory bracket on this side, it was a little bit sort of loose, so I just put a little button clip on both sides, and that is nice and secure. Nearly done. I got one little sticker I'm going to put on, which is probably a little bit of a gimmick. Obviously when I painted the car, we painted inside the fuel flap and the fuel bucket. Like I said, bit of a gimmick, race car, E85 only. Get this on. Done. Was just about to call it a day, call it a video. I think it would be absolutely rude not to put my wheels on. If you remember a couple of years ago, I restored the Bronze TE37's, and I'm yet to put them on the car and see what they look like. So I think the time's come, now that the body's all together, to get the wheels on, see what it looks like, and then I can finalise the ride. Wow, absolutely stoked. Don't 100% love it, because I think it's new and obviously I've got to get used to it, but I definitely don't hate it. So color combo, black and gold, very subtle. Probably been well done multiple times, but for me obviously it's new and I'm stoked. Probably got room to come down, I reckon half an inch to an inch, maybe 2 centimeters, 20 mil, give or take. Remember when I did the body work, I rolled up that inner lip, so got plenty of room to come down, room for squat. I know my rear toe arms are still loose from when we did the rear end, so might give this thing an eye alignment. Might have to give it an eye alignment, maybe get Matt's toe plates out, give it a bit of a quick alignment so we can sort of start driving around the streets and enjoying it a bit. But yeah, I think for the most part, car's pretty well done. A few little things to fine tune. Still going to put some clips and screws in the bottom of this side skirt. I've left the wipers off front and rear just because the car is going off to get fully buffed, paint corrected, ceramic coated, all the rubbers rejuvenated. Give it a good polish and a good clean. It's been pulled apart for years now, well over 2 years, collecting dust and whatnot. Even when we towed it home over Christmas, bit of rain or moisture over the windscreen, and it's just got dirty streaks everywhere, not to mention fingerprints. So I'm really excited to be finally finishing this thing off. Like I said, it's a bit surreal. It's been a long process. It's been a good couple of years. So bought it just after my birthday 3 years ago. My wife said no. We made a deal, and the deal came my way, so I got the car, which doesn't happen very often. But no, she's been great. Everything in moderation. So that's probably why the car's taken as long as it's had. As long as it has, sorry. But no, super grateful for it to nearly be finished now. All the help and support from everyone along the way, especially Matt. But once the car's finished, I'll do a full walk around and obviously thank everyone for their bit. But I think for the most part now, it's like 95, 98% done. A few little things to fine tune. Like I said, got to put screws in the side skirt. But that'll probably be the end of this video. For the most part, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. I do read the comments. I've seen people comment before. One guy commented about the clutch plates in the transfer case, which is obviously something we've done. A few other little things and tips and tricks that I've done along the way. So I do read the comments, appreciate it. Do appreciate your feedback. I am just a regular guy documenting the process of the cool things that I do and what I enjoy doing. So I'm no one special. I've still got a lot to learn, but also learn a lot along the way. So any feedback is good. This is my passion project. I do enjoy doing it. And then obviously the joy when I get to upload a video as well. So I appreciate all of that. Appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.